Hello and welcome to My Daily Trivia. I'm your host, Danny. Today is Thursday, October 26th, and I hope that you are having a wonderful day. Now, if this is your first time listening to the show, I want to say welcome. My Daily Trivia is a 10-round quiz show with no specific themes, topics, or categories. We do have a new episode every day, Monday through Friday, with each day getting progressively harder. Of course, today is Thursday, right? Which means that today will be relatively challenging. So, if you find this episode to be a bit too hard, I still think you should listen to tomorrow's episode on Friday. Yes, it might be more difficult than today, but I do think that you'll have fun. I do think that it'll be valuable for you. On the other hand, if you think that today is too simple, you can tune in tomorrow on Friday where we make it the hardest day of the week. Now, without any further delay, let's get into today's round of Thursday questions with question number 1. Which former First Lady is known for being also the mother of the 6th president? And that busy political lady is Abigail Adams. Abigail Adams was the wife and closest advisor of John Adams, as well as the mother of John Quincy Adams. She was a founder of the United States and was both the first Second Lady and the second First Lady of the United States, although such titles were not used at the time. Now, she and Barbara Bush are the only two women to have been married to U.S. presidents and to have been the mothers of other U.S. presidents. Of course, Barbara Bush was married to George H.W. Bush and was the mother of George W. Bush. But she was actually only the second one to do it because the first one was way back when. That was Abigail Adams. Question number 2. In which sport are the terms Barani, Rudolph, and Randolph all techniques? And the answer there is trampolining, the sport of trampolining. Now, a Rudolph in trampolining is defined as a single straight front somersault with 1.5 twists. A Barani is defined as a front somersault with a half twist before landing, also known as a front half. A Randolph, or Randy, is a single front somersault with 2.5 twists. Now, some other fun names that I found that are in trampolining include Fliffus, Triffus, Kaboom, Zach, Arabian, Cody, Skiing Tricks, Cork, Misty, Rodeo, and Pistol Flip. These are all different names of different moves that you can do in trampolining. So next time you're in the backyard at your neighbor's house playing with the kids, you could maybe could break out the cork or the rodeo or the pistol flip or the Rudy and the Randy. Who knows? In any case, those are all terms used on the trampoline. Question number 3. What is the capital city of Trinidad and Tobago? The capital city is called the Port of Spain. Trinidad and Tobago, officially the Republic of Trinidad and Tobago, is the southernmost island country in the Caribbean. Consisting of the main islands of Trinidad and Tobago and numerous smaller islands, it is situated 11 kilometers, that's about 6.8 miles, off the coast of northeastern Venezuela and 130 kilometers, or about 81 miles, south of Grenada. The island country's capital is the Port of Spain, while its largest and most populous city is called San Fernando. So, if you go to Trinidad and Tobago, make sure you stop off in the capital called Port of Spain. Question number 4. Where can you find the uropygeal gland on birds? And that uropygeal gland is located on the tail, the butt, I guess you could say. Do birds have butts? Yeah, I guess they have butts. In any case, it's the tail feathers. It's right by the tail feathers. The uropygeal gland, informally known as the preen gland or the oil gland, is a bilobed sebaceous gland possessed by the majority of birds, used to distribute the gland's oils through the plumage by means of preening. It is located dorsally at the base of the tail and is greatly variable in both shape and size. Many ornithologists believe the function of the uropygeal gland differs among various species of birds, including waterproofing, pheromone production, and anti-parasitic effect. So, many uses out of just one little gland located on the butt. That's the uropygeal gland. Question number 5. Which famous rapper has a face tattoo saying "always tired"? And the man with the face tattoo saying "always tired," that is Post Malone. Post Malone got "always" inked under his right eye and "tired" under his left eye in 2018. The cursive script tattoo depicts the singer's perpetual state of exhaustion, as he describes, quote, "Under my eyes it says, 'always tired,' because I'm always tired, always touring, always working, not taking care of myself the way that I need to." He added that the ink was particularly painful due to its location, which I can imagine. I mean, you can imagine how sensitive it would be right under the eyes. Can you imagine getting a tattoo there? Man. And here's the crazy thing. If you haven't seen pictures of him, it's actually not his only face tattoo. He has more face tattoos, including he has "stay away," just the word "stay away" tattooed on his face. He has a barbed wire tattoo, a smile emoji, a Playboy bunny, a sword tattoo, a tree branch, a heart. He has a blackjack card hand. He has the number 77. He's got a buzzsaw tattooed on his cheek, a skull with horns, Medusa, and a hammer. Those are all things that are tattooed just right there on his face, including, just under his eyes, the word "always" and "tired." That's Post Malone. Hopes he gets some good sleep tonight. I think he deserves it. In any case, moving on to question number 6. What was the name of the American primatologist known for researching mountain gorillas in Rwanda from 1966 to 1985? And that researcher was Dian Fossey. Dian Fossey was an American primatologist and conservationist known for undertaking an extensive study of mountain gorilla groups from 1966 until her murder in 1985. She studied them daily in the mountain forests of Rwanda, initially encouraged to work there by paleoanthropologist Louis Leakey. Gorillas in the Mist, a book published 2 years before her death, is Fossey's account of her scientific study of the gorillas at the Karasoke Research Center and prior career. So once again, that famous researcher, that famous primatologist is Dian Fossey. Moving on to question number 7. What Nobel Prize was added last? Now you had 6 to choose from, so do you think you got it right? The answer is the prize for economics. The Nobel Prizes are all separate prizes that, according to Alfred Nobel's will of 1895, established 5 prizes which became known as Nobel Prizes. Nobel Prizes are awarded in the fields of physics, chemistry, physiology or medicine, literature, and peace. In 1968, Sveriges Riksbank, which is Sweden's central bank, funded the establishment of the Prize in Economic Sciences in memory of Alfred Nobel to also be administered by the Nobel Foundation. So, that was the last one added back in 1968, the Award for Economics. Question number 8. Jojoba is known for its high value in the skin care industry. Where is the jojoba plant endemic from? And that plant, the jojoba plant, is found in the southwestern United States. Jojoba, also commonly called goat nut, deer nut, pig nut, wild hazel, coffeeberry, and gray box bush, is a shrub native to the southwestern United States. The plant is a native shrub of the Sonoran Desert, Colorado Desert, Baja California Desert, and California chaparral and woodlands habitat in the Peninsula Ranges and the San Juanita Mountains. It is found in Southern California, Arizona, and Utah, and in the Baja California state of Mexico. So that is jojoba, often found in skincare industry, but deriving in the southwestern United States and northern Mexico. Moving on to question number 9. Rhanidophobia is the fear of what? And if you have rhanidophobia, you are afraid of frogs and toads. Fear of frogs and toads is both a specific phobia, known simply as frog phobia, and is also a superstition common to the folkways of many cultures. A phobia against frogs often happens after seeing frogs die violently. One case of severe fear of frogs has been described in the Journal of Behavior, Therapy, and Experimental Psychiatry in 1983. A woman developed an extreme fear of frogs after a traumatic incident in which her lawnmower ran over a group of frogs and killed them. Quite rough. I guess she had to live with that scene the rest of her life. She was then afraid of frogs. She had rhanidophobia. Moving on to our final question of the day. Question number 10. What ancient Roman emperor was instrumental in the transformation of the city of Byzantium into the new imperial capital, which would later bear his name? And that was the Emperor Constantine. Constantinople became the capital of the Roman Empire during the reign of Constantine the Great in 330 AD. Following the collapse of the Western Roman Empire in the late 5th century, Constantinople remained the capital of the Eastern Roman Empire, also known as the Byzantine Empire, from 330 to 1204, and again in 1261 to 1453. It was also the capital of the Latin Empire from 1204 to 1261, and the Ottoman Empire from 1453 to 1922. Following the Turkish War of Independence, the Turkish capital then moved to Ankara. Officially renamed Istanbul in the 1920s, the city is today the largest city and financial center of Turkey and the largest city in Europe, which I didn't know. I did not know it was the largest city in Europe. That's quite something. I didn't know that. But before any of that, it was Constantinople, founded by Constantine. So that will conclude this round of My Daily Trivia. As always, if you found this round to be a bit too challenging, I think you should tune in tomorrow. We're going to have a good time. It's going to be a good episode tomorrow on Friday. If you found this episode to be a bit too simple, well, tomorrow's going to be the hardest day of the week. I want to thank all of you again for listening to my daily trivia. I'm your host, Danny, and I will see all of you again tomorrow.